What's good, everybody? It's your boy Joe B1, your favorite rap and Black Series collector and the #1 hip-hop Jedi in the galaxy. How you guys doing today? Welcome to today's show. Today we're going to take a look at my top 10 Black Series action figures of 2024. That's my personal selections of what I picked up, what I actually had in hand. And then 5 figures that I thought, so you guys tune in, let me know what you think of my list, drop your comments and everything down below. But anyways, let's get into it. No more wasting time.
Starting out with a runner-up, we've got the Mace Windu and 187th Clone Trooper 2-pack, the Clones of the Republic subline. This was a super fun set to add to the collection. Got that cool gauntlet with the new symbol and stuff on there for Mace. And then that cool purple paint job on the clone. And yeah, it's on the older clone body. We do get the removable helmet. And to my opinion, that's a plus and a bonus. So definitely excited to have that one. And now we have number 10. The Enoch and Night Trooper 2-pack. It was a Walmart exclusive. And I was happy to be able to add this to the collection. For this year. I was a big fan of the Ahsoka series. I know it kind of got some mixed feelings from people, but I loved it. And I thought these guys looked cool. Immediately wanted figures of these guys as soon as I saw them. So yeah, definitely happy to add these guys in. And I think 10 is a worthy spot. It's not like they're getting slacked or something. There's a lot of figures that dropped this year. And to me, 10 is a great spot for these guys. So yeah, let's give it up for the Enoch and Night Trooper 2-pack at my number 10 spot. And moving on to number 9, we've got Grand Admiral Thrawn. And, I was super pleased with this figure, man. When it first came out and I got my hands on it, I absolutely was having a blast with posing them around and stuff. The likeness to Lars Mikkelsen is great. I think Hasbro did a great job with the photoreal on this one. So shout out to them, hats off to them. And, got a new mold, some reuse there, but, I think it works. But yeah, moving on to number 8, we've got Jackie Lawn. Now, I liked most of the figures from the Acolyte series, so I wanted to make sure that they got represented. And I thought Jackie had the most kind of neat paint apps and unique look and stuff like that. So I wanted to add her to the list. I mean, you can see some of that paint work there. It just really looks fantastic. And I know not everybody was a huge fan of the show. And it got a lot of negative backlash, and that's all right. Not everybody's going to like everything. I was a fan. I enjoyed the show. It wasn't my absolute favorite, but it ticked a lot of cool boxes for me, so I was happy to add Jackie to the collection. Now, number 7. Is that number 7? I've lost count already. No, number 8. It's one of them. The next one. And it's the C-3PO and Battle Droid 2-pack. The Super Battle Droid is really great, man. I kind of like the sandy paint apps and stuff, man. To me, it makes it stand out a little. I don't have the single release yet, but I will be picking that one up soon. But yeah, I thought this one was a worthy addition to the collection. And it adds some dynamics to the shelf. And you got this, when I walk by and I see this on the shelf, I just crack up, man. Because I thought this scene was funny. When I saw it the first time around. So, not gonna knock it. Happy to have this one. Was super hyped to add it to the collection this year. So, definitely a worthy addition for sure. And, everyone that, hope you guys that wanted it, got it. If you haven't yet, I definitely recommend it. It's worth a spot to me, man. There's a lot of cool, unique paint apps underneath too. That headpiece comes off, the chest piece comes off. Super neat, man, and a worthy addition, I think. Next up we have, yes, yeah, I absolutely love this set, man. And since we're bringing this one out, I feel like we got to bring the Anzellans in too, because they also make this set really fun. You know, it might be a little controversial for some people. Some folks, you know, didn't really care for the scene or whatever. I thought it was hilarious. The moment I saw this, I wanted an IG mech droid, basically, with Grogu in the pilot seat. So, you know, it's a happy addition to the shelf, and it definitely adds some interesting aspects to the Mandalorian shelf. And looks like we'll probably get an IG-88 update later on down the line. And who knows, maybe we'll get a Marshall, you know, IG Marshall figure too. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, this is a fun set, and it was a funny scene. So, you know, guys, this one's still out there and still pretty widely available. And I bet it'll go on sale soon. So just keep your eyes out on it so you can add this one to your collection. Again, highly recommend it. A lot of really great articulation. But moving on, we have Ahsoka Tano from Peridia. And there are people that are probably telling me I'm crazy for this, right? Because we're all expecting one to come out with a cloak and everything else. And I understand that. And, you know, initially I was going to pass on this, but it was gifted to me. So having said all of that, getting it in hand, this is probably the best 6-inch scale Rosario Dawson likeness that we have for Ahsoka across all lines, in my opinion. This looks really great. The articulation on it is fantastic. It's very smooth. Really great paint apps across the figure overall. Some hits of gold on that main hilt there for her lightsaber. And yeah, man, if you don't have this one and you can pick it up, I really recommend grabbing it, man. I mean, again, it sounds crazy because I got it gifted to me, but like I said, this is fantastic. But moving on, that's right, the Droideka, aka Destroyer Droid. And yeah, I've got a really fun video of me putting this into ball mode, you know, they see me rolling. And yeah, that it's a fun video. I never did an instructional on it, but if any of you guys would like to see that, I could help you out with that. But yeah, I mean, it's a great figure, man. I mean, really great engineering went into this thing. So many points of articulation. Stands up really well. The joints on mine are still pretty tight, but I imagine if you fiddle with it a whole lot, that they will loosen up over time. But yeah, if you don't have the Droideka, I definitely recommend it. Hopefully we'll get maybe a repaint or two of this thing. I'm sure it'll get re-released again, so they'll get their money's use out of this mold. But yeah, I cannot recommend this figure enough. Definitely worthy of a spot in the top 10. And yeah, moving on to the next figure, the Stap and Battle Droid set. And this thing is really great. You know, it's kind of crazy because there's still a ton of these available for order from Hasbro Pulse. So I mean, I really recommend getting this, especially because there's so many available. You know, this kind of thing tends to go on sale down the line, and these kinds of things end up being, not that it's a guarantee that it's going to be worth money, but it ends up being something that's a little bit more desirable because they end up being harder to find, oddly enough. So definitely recommend grabbing this set for sure if you guys haven't had this one yet. But yeah, the Stap and Battle Droid. And my number 2 is Darth Maul with the Sith Speeder. And yeah, I'm very, 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 very pleased with this set, man. You know, I know a lot of people wanted a more movie accurate paint job and all that stuff, but this is designed, oh, forgot about the probe droid there, but this is designed to kind of hit some nostalgia buttons for people who remember seeing that 12-inch version of this thing in the store. and that kind of inspired style or whatever they would call it. This definitely draws on the nostalgia for sure. And for me, that's really cool. I still have the box up on the shelf, and I have little Annie looking like he's running through the sand on that box, with the speeder looking like it's chasing after him. And it's really fun. And I just added Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan too, so I've got those guys up on that shelf for the moment till my big reorganizing and stuff. But yeah, if you don't have this set in your collection, I highly recommend picking this one up. Highly recommend it. And last but not least, number 1 in my top 10, and you probably already know, it is Master Yoda. This figure right here, guys, has been so much fun. And big shout out to Jedi Rogar, man. I really appreciate you, man. Really appreciate you. But this is a fantastic figure. You got the alternate head sculpt, which I have on there right now. You've got his chair, his Jedi Council chair, his lightsaber lit and unlit hilts, and then you have a comic version of Commander Gree. But yeah, I absolutely love this figure, guys. I have been not able to put this one down, and it is for that reason that this figure is making my number 1. And a lot of people might find that to be controversial or something. It's a lot of reuse from an older set, but man, I don't care. And this is how I like having them on the shelf. I really like this look. I think there's just a lot of character there. Not saying that, I mean, of course I love the fighting one, but this one is just a lot of fun. It definitely speaks to the heart of Yoda's character as well. So just got that fun smirk on his face and everything else, and his walking stick there, nobody knowing that he can jump up and do 30 cartwheels in the air while he's taking down a Sith Lord. But yeah, absolutely worthy of the number 1 spot in my top 10 of 2024. And yeah, guys, moving on, we're going to take a look at my bottom 5, starting with the Holocom Osha Anastasia. Weird choice, Hasbro, but I get it. And in that same vein, the Holocom May. Same thing, man. Odd choice, but I do understand with the new show, you have to put out something in that line. And then this Ahsoka Tano coming out in the archive right before they dropped the Peridia. Thought that was kind of crazy, but people were able to pick this one up. And K2SO. Look, I love K2SO, but man, we've had so many K2SOs already. And then last but not least, this guy, which we've had like, what, 5 or 6 releases of him already too? And not saying it's not a great figure, but again, just thought it was a weird choice. Thanks, guys.
All right, fam. So let me know, what did you guys think of my top 10 list? What did you think of my bottom 5 list of 2024? And as we go into 2025, some of the reveals that have come out and stuff, what are you hopeful for? What are you excited for? What are you hyped for? Let me know down below, guys. I really appreciate everything that you do for interacting here on the page and here on the channel. It really means a lot. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for all you do. Anyways, guys, much love. May the force be with you. We'll see you in the next one.